Hello friends, welcome to Business Learnings. In this video, I'll talk about IDFC First Bank. And yesterday its quarterly results were out for the quarter of October to December 2019, and it reported a loss of about 1,600 crore rupees. And this has been for the past 6 quarters, the bank has been consistently reporting losses. So, is it a good time to buy this stock? What is in the future of this stock? Could this be a next multi bagger? So, I'll talk about all these things. I'll also talk about the interview that Mr. V. Vedanathan, MD and CEO of the bank, gave to Economic Times, and the interview was published an hour ago. So first things first, why the losses were observed in this particular quarter? The losses were observed because of Vodafone Idea's provisioning, and I'll tell you the good thing as well as the bad thing. The bad thing is because of that the losses zoomed up, and the good thing is there has been no defaults so far by Vodafone Idea. Still, the losses have been recognized, which means that going forward, since the government doesn't want Vodafone Idea to default, going forward, we might not even encounter that, and it could be a huge boost in the profitability of the bank. Second positive thing about the about IDFC First Bank is the kind of aggressive provisioning that it takes. It talked about DHFL, Reliance Capital, Vodafone Idea, and several other infrastructure companies. Uh, and they have identified a trust account of 3487 crore rupees, about 3500 crore rupees. Uh, they have provisioned 51% of that. The good thing is no one has defaulted so far. The payments are getting delayed in some cases, but no one has defaulted. But they still have recognized these losses. Provisions are, I'll tell you what provisions are. So, suppose I'm a bank, I give out loan to a corporate, and I think I find that the corporate is not doing well, so he might default. So, in my quarterly results, I identify that what happens if the corporate is fails to pay 50% of the loans. So I'll identify 50% as the provisions, and I note down in my P&L account and subtract it from my profits. So I in order to get the net profit, and that is what been happening at the IDFC First Bank. Another good news is that, as Mr. V. Vedanathan said, that going forward there is not going to be any significant provisions in this sector, in their corporate loans, especially, which means that the stock could go as high as 100 rupees, probably more than that. The profitability is going to be about 2.5 times. Why I'm talking about this number 2.5 times? Because uh, we should not just look at the net profits. They have been negative for the past 6 quarters. I understand that. We should look at the before um, operating profit before provisioning. So this will counter the effect of the aggressive provisioning that the bank has been doing, and this number has grown by about 2.5 times. So you can understand the kind of growth that is happening. The loan book is still at 1 lakh 6,000 crore rupees, but the retail book has been consistently growing by about 4,000 crore rupees every quarter, and the wholesale loan, the corporate loans, they have been reducing by 4,000 crore rupees. So even though at the wholesome level, from the surface level, you cannot see any growth, but the numbers are awesome if you just exclude the provisions. And if you trust the MD and CEO, Mr. V. Vedanathan, uh, we are not going to see any significant provisions, which means that in the 5 to 10 years going forward, uh, you can see a CAGR of 50-60% at least. So at the current levels, 40 rupees per share, uh, I probably the stock can go probably the stock can follow the trend of HDFC Bank. It could be the next multi-bagger, guys. So, yes, this has been my understanding. This has been my well, understanding from the interview that I watched, the results that I saw of IDFC First Bank. Today, the stocks went down by 5%, just trading at 40 rupees. So, personally, I would definitely buy it. I did buy it today. I did buy it at huge numbers today. And I trust the CEO. I trust the bank, and I trust its vision to make it the most customer centric bank in India and in the world. And we will see how it unfolds in the coming years. Now, talking about how is the retail sector growing, you'll say that uh, how could retail loans grow given that a lot of banks are already there in the space? The the reason that retail sector will grow is because of financial inclusion. A lot of loans are being taken. If you have watched uh, Mr. V. Vaidyanathan's talk with the taxi driver in Mumbai, you will understand there are a lot of people who are taking loans from unorganized sector, and they are paying a lot of interest upon that. And these banks, they are not, those interests are as high as 50 to 100%, while the banks are offering interest on the range of 50 to 20%. So you can understand the kind of difference that if such people start coming to the bank, what kind of difference it could make. And that's why we think that there is a lot of scope to grow. India is a developing country, and a lot of people, being a retail oriented bank, a lot of people are still taking loans from the unorganized sector, still paying a lot of interest. Therefore, all in all, a huge amount of growth is expected. And yes, as per my opinion, this could be the next multi-bagger, guys. uh, Again, before investing, please consult your financial advisor, wealth advisor. Thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next video. Please subscribe to support me. Thanks a lot. Bye.